Students, Sairam, this is Megha Miss here, and today we will continue with our lesson number 8, Metallurgy. This is our session for students. Now till now we have studied in the last presentation about the topic. In the last part was the metallurgy. Yes, that we are going to extract the pure metals from the ores, and a lot of many processes are involved in this metallurgy, right? So we will continue with that topic here. Okay, so what is our the topic, next topic which we are starting, that is the basic principles of metallurgy. Now students, pure metal is obtained from the ore by the following stages. So some stages are there. Okay, as I told you, lot of processes are involved. Okay, now the first one is the concentration of ores. So we have to concentrate that ore. Okay, you know what is an ore. Okay, the process of separating gangue from the ore is called concentration of ores. Now gangue is what you know, it is the unwanted particles which are of no use. Okay, waste particles we can say, we call it as the gangue, impurities in short. In this process, the concentration of the compound of the desired metal is increased. So whatever metal we required, that we will increase its concentration. Okay, various ways are used for this process. However, exact way to be used depends upon the physical properties of the metal present in the ores and the gangue. So it depends upon the gangue, that the gangue should be dissolved in something, then only it can be removed from that ore. Okay, and whatever metal is also there, that should be its physical properties are important, like the melting point, boiling point. Okay, then only we can add something in that ore, okay, to remove the gangue particles. Okay, so what to be added, that depends upon the metal which we are going to extract and the properties of the, or the how is the gangue particles. Okay, it also depends upon the reactivity of metals and the facilities available for the purification. Okay, various factors that could be responsible for the environmental pollution are also considered. Yes students, remember, whenever all these things are done, it is very important, the guidelines are given by the government, it is very important to follow those guidelines, okay, to reduce the air pollution. Okay students, so that is also important, that whenever any of the industries which is doing all these things, extraction of metals, they need to be very particular regarding all the laws also. Okay, and the one of the law which is very strict they have to follow is about the environmental pollution to be reduced. Okay students, so we'll proceed. Now the next part which you have, that is the separation based on gravitation. So this is the first part we will study. Now the heavy particles of the ores can be easily separated from the light particles of the gangue by the gravitational method. Okay, so the first one we are going to see, that is the gravitation method. So heavy particles of the ore, we can separate it from the lighter particles of gangue. Okay, now the Wilfley table method. Now what is this Wilfley table method? In this method of separation, the Wilfley table is made by fixing narrow and thin wooden riffles on inclined surface. Can you see in the picture? You can see how it is looking. Okay, the table is kept vibrating continuously, the table is vibrating. Okay, powdered ore obtained from the lumps of the ore using ball mill is poured on the table, and a stream of water is also released from the upper side. Okay student, now see, this is the powdered ore which is entering. See, can you see, this is the powdered ore which is entering, and this is the water which is also what you can say, released from the upper side. Now this both will come down. Okay, this both is going to come on this table, and this table, see, it is written, it is a vibrating table, slits are there, okay, in between. And see, you can see how the gangue particles, when it come and fall, gangue particles get separated and you get the ore. You can see here, concentrated ore you get here. Okay, so like this separation also you can do. Okay, now see here, we'll just proceed. Yes, as a result, the lighter gangue particles are carried away along with the flowing water. Flowing water will take away the gangue particles. Okay, while the heavier particles in which proportion of minerals is more and the proportion of gangue is less are blocked by the wooden riffles and get collected on the slits between them. So these are the slits which you can see here. So this dark brown color are the slits in which you will get the concentrated ore, and then you can get it collected this side. Okay, it is written there down, concentrated ore. But now this concentrated ore, students, it contains some particles of gangue. Okay, totally gangue particles cannot be removed. Okay, so see, it is written here, right? As a result, lighter gangue particles are carried away along with the flowing water, lighter ones are carried away, but the heavier particles in which proportion of minerals will be more but proportion of the gangue will be less. Okay, so less amount of gangue particles are there now. Okay, students, now we'll proceed. Second part you have, that is the hydraulic separation method. Now what is this, students? The hydraulic separation method is based on the working of a mill. There is a tapering vessel similar to that used in a grind mill. Can you see a vessel is there now? Okay, you can see in the picture. So it opens in a tank like container that is tapering on the lower side. Okay, the tank has an outlet for water on the upper side and the water inlet on the lower side. So you can see here water inlet on lower side, and here also you are going to have the water you are going to have. Okay, water inlet. So tank has an outlet for water on the upper side. See, this is the upper side from which the water along with the gangue will be removed. Okay, and down also you have the water. So finely ground ore is released in the tank. Can you see from here it is entering? Okay, a forceful jet of water is introduced in the tank from the lower side. From here very forcefully the water goes inside. Okay, student, I hope till here it's clear. Yes, so we'll proceed. Gangue particles are lighter and therefore they flow out along with the water jet. Okay, can you see gangue is coming out in the picture, in the diagram? Okay, so lighter gangue particles are lighter and therefore they flow out along with the water jet from the outlet on the upper side of the tank and gets collected separately. At the same time, the heavy particles of the ore are collected at the bottom. Can you see at the bottom dark brown color? Yes, that is our concentrated ore. Okay, so at the same time, the heavy particles of the ore are collected at the bottom from the lower side of the tank. In short, this method is based on the law of gravitation, wherein particles of the same size are separated by their weight with the help of the water. Okay, students, so lighter particles of the gangue, they gush out with the water, while the concentrated ore, it is not totally now a clean mineral you have got. It has some gangue particles, but mineral is more and the gangue particles are less in the concentrated ore. Okay, student, hydraulic separation method. Important diagrams, all this chapter, these diagrams are important. Please study them properly. Okay, so we'll proceed. Next B part is the magnetic separation method. Now what is this magnetic separation method, student? From the word itself, you may understand we are going to use a magnet. Okay, this method requires an electromagnetic machine. Okay, now you have studied what are electromagnets. The main parts of this machine are the two types of iron rollers and the conveyor belt moving continuously around them. Okay, you can see in the picture. Okay, black color belt is there. Okay, now one of the rollers is a non-magnetic while the other is the electromagnetic. The conveyor belt moving around the roller is non-magnetic, made up of leather or brass. You will remember this. The powdered ore is poured on the conveyor belt near the non-magnetic roller. Okay, so you can see here in the picture powdered ore, it is C. This is a non-magnetic roller. Powdered ore is coming on that. Okay, and what is happening, student? Two collector vessels are placed below the magnetic roller. So see, non-magnetic ingredient is collected here. This is a magnetic roller you will going to have. This is your conveyor belt, this black color. These are the magnetic. In this vessel you will get the magnetic ingredient. Okay, students, so see here, because this magnetic roller, it will attract the magnetic materials. Okay, in the gangue, whatever it will be. Okay, so see here, the particles of the non-magnetic part in the ore are not attracted towards the magnetic roller. Therefore, they are carried further along the belt and fall in the collector vessel. Place is away from the magnetic roller. Okay, can you see it is here, placed here. Okay, just a moment, here. Okay, so at the same time, the particles of the magnetic ingredients of the ore stick to the magnetic roller and therefore fall in the collector vessel near the magnetic roller. Okay students, I hope it is clear to you. Okay, so we'll proceed. In this way, the magnetic and non-magnetic ingredients in the ore can be separated depending on their magnetic nature. For example, cassiterite is a tin ore. It contains mainly the non-magnetic ingredient stannic oxide SnO2 and the magnetic ingredient ferrous tungstate, that is FeWO4. Remember students this, these are separated by the electromagnetic method. So if I want to get tin from its ore, that is cassiterite, I can use this for the separation. Okay, magnetic method I can use. I hope till here it is clear students. We'll proceed. Next part is the froth flotation method. Okay, now what is this froth flotation method? The froth flotation method is based on the two opposite properties, hydrophilic and hydrophobic, of the particles. Hydrophilic means what? They will be moving towards the water. Hydrophobic means they are moving away from water. Okay. Now, here the particles of the metal sulfides, due to their hydrophobic property, get weighted mainly with oil. Okay, because they are afraid of water. So, hydrophobic property, they are metal sulfides, they are mainly weighted by oil, while due to the hydrophilic property, the gangue particles get weighted by water. Okay. By using these properties, certain ores are concentrated by froth flotation method. Okay, students. So, we will just see it. In this method, the finely ground ore is put into a big tank containing ample amount of water. Okay. Certain vegetable oil such as pine oil, eucalyptus oil is added in the water for the formation of the froth. Okay. So, you are going to have finely ground ore, you are going to take in a big tank. Okay. You can see it is written here, water and pine oil it is added. Okay. Now, pressurized air is blown through the water. You can see here the air supply is there. So, pressurized air is there. There is an agitator rotating around its axis in the center. So, see, this is the agitator. It is written. There is an agitator rotating around its axis in the center of the flotation tank. Okay, students. And see, the froth is there. Okay, up the froth is formed because of what? Because of this pine oil or eucalyptus oil, whatever you are. So, now the students, the agitator is used as per the requirement. Bubbles are formed due to the blown air. Okay, as the air is blown, bubbles will be formed. Due to the agitation, a foam is formed from oil, water and the air bubbles together. Okay, due to the continuous rotating of that agitator, of course what? A foam will be formed which will be having oil, water and air bubbles. This foam rises to the surface of water and floats up. Okay. That is why this method is called as froth flotation process. Particles of certain sulfide ore float with the foam on water as they preferentially get weighted by the oil. Okay, now only we saw. For example, this method is used for the concentration of zinc blende, ZNS and copper pyrite, CuFeS2. Okay, so here you can see how the froth is getting collected in the concentrated sulfide ore. Okay, so it is it is separated out from the gangue. Can you see down the gangue is there? Yes, it is written gangue. So like this gangue, while the sulfide ore is separated. Is it clear, students? Now we'll proceed. So next D part is the leaching. The first step in the extraction of the metals aluminium, gold and silver from their ores is the method of leaching. Okay, students, remember, in this method the ore is soaked in a certain solution for a long time. Now which is the solution? The ore dissolved in that solution due to a specific chemical reaction. So a specific chemical reaction, for that a solution, in the solution the ore is dissolved. Okay, the gangue however does not react and therefore does not dissolve in that solution. Gangue particles does not dissolve in that solution. Okay, the solution can be anything, any of the solvents and all. Okay, so it can be separated. For example, concentration of bauxite, the aluminium ore is done by leaching method. Okay, here bauxite is soaked in aqueous NaOH or aqueous Na2CO3, which dissolves the main ingredient alumina in it. Okay students, so we are going to see extraction of aluminium. In that you will understand it more better. Okay, but leaching is the first step in the extraction of the metals. Remember this. I hope it is clear till here. Okay, so students, we have come to the end of today's presentation. Today we studied about basic principles of metallurgy. Yes, we have seen how we can do the concentration of ores. Different processes are there depending upon what properties of the metals, and also the properties of the gangue particles are also important. Till now we have seen gangue particles can be easily separated out with the gush of water. Okay, we can say with the gushing water, with the flow of the water, the gangue particles can be separated. But in some cases, when like the sulfide ore, when it is hydrophobic, yes, it is not attracting towards water, or it does not flow away with the water, it is not we can separate them with the help of the froth flotation process. Okay, and the gangue particles can be separated as they are hydrophobic, they will not go with the water. Is it clear students? I hope today's presentation you have understood. Please go through it properly. Okay, and all the diagrams are very important. Practice drawing the diagrams. Okay, because diagram based questions can be asked. So practice drawing the diagram means at least labelings and all you will remember, so that they can ask you to label the diagram. Okay, two labelings can be asked. So better to practice the diagrams. Okay, also the process you remember. Okay, for today I'll stop it here. Take care. Sai Ram.